Hi guys, and welcome to Premier Division Week 25, and we start with the 12:30 kickoff, which is Arsenal versus Hull. Really, I'm starting to lose some confidence in Arsenal now. I'm worried, where this team is going. Last week we did well against Chelsea, only for a period of time, for about 20 to 25 minutes. Once they scored their first goal, yes, you can argue it was a foul, but come on. I mean, that doesn't stop you, from picking yourselves up, and showing the fight. I believe that once we did concede, that we just went completely flop, and it was like men versus boys, to tell you the truth. A lot of talk around the camp saying that Petr Cech should be dropped. That wasn't the first mistake he made last week. He's been making a couple of mistakes, getting beat at his his near post, for the last couple of weeks. So, should he be dropped? Should we put a cheeky bid in for Joe Hart at the end of the summer? Leave your comments in the comment section below. If you're an Arsenal fan, what should we do? And again, Hull have also got a new recruitment now. They look very different since this new manager's come in. They look very tight at the back and scoring a couple of goals now, causing some teams some problems. And I think they're going to cause Arsenal a problem tomorrow. They'll have plenty of chances. They'll park the bus. They'll cause frustrations. Again, I've got no right to put Arsenal down to win tomorrow, to be honest. And it's getting the scorelines are getting lower each week for Arsenal. As I said last week, we had to beat Chelsea to have a realistic chance of staying in the Premier League title race. Didn't do that. We're now 13 points behind the title. Forget it. For me, it's over. For me, it was over at Everton. Some people argued the case, and I said last week a slim hope if you could beat Chelsea. Didn't beat Chelsea, actually lost to Chelsea. Forget it, gone. It's gone. Another season without the Premier League. Arsene Wenger's got to go. I've had enough of saying it now. He's got to go. They need some fresh ideas. Arsenal needs some fresh ideas now. They can't just keep finishing in the top four every single year, and thinking that that's good enough, and maybe winning a couple of FA Cups here and there and everywhere. It's not good enough. They need trophies. They need the Premier League trophy. They need Champions League trophy. Stuff like that. Not good enough. Going on to the game, as I say, I'm not confident whatsoever, but I have gone us to win. But as I say, I'm not confident. I'm going to go Arsenal 1, Hull 0. Not confident whatsoever. So we'll see how that one goes. We then go to the 3 o'clock kickoffs, and we start with Stoke versus Crystal Palace. God, Crystal Palace got absolutely battered last week against Sunderland. Oh my God. Cannot believe some of the defending I was watching from Crystal Palace. I know it's a bit cheap coming from me with the defending that Arsenal did last week, but come on. Considering that Sam Allardyce is usually known for his, not letting a lot of goals in and playing boring football, but because he plays boring football, they don't let a lot of goals in. But last week, that was atrocious. I'm not disrespecting Sunderland, but if you're scoring conceding more than 4 goals against Sunderland, you've got a massive problem. And I may fear that I called it wrong when I said that Sam would get Crystal Palace out of trouble, because at the moment I don't think they've won not one game yet since Allardyce has gone there. So Crystal Palace and Sam Allardyce are in serious trouble at the moment. Serious trouble. I don't think that Stoke will knock that many goals past them, but obviously Crystal Palace's confidence will be low. You would have thought they would have worked on their defending and training all week. So I'm going to go for Stoke 1, Crystal Palace 1. We then have Manchester United versus Watford. Again, kind of similar to Arsenal-Chelsea last week. Thought Leicester did okay until they conceded and then just went complete flop. So again, I think Watford will have a little go. They'll make it a little bit difficult, but I expect Manchester United to find this a little bit quite comfortable in the end. So I'm going to go Manchester United 2, Watford 0. We then have Middlesbrough versus Everton. God, Everton had a game against Bournemouth again, didn't they? Remember last season when it was something like 4-4 or something like that? Flipping hell. I think it was 5-3? I think it was 5-3. God, they do have some funny fixtures, Bournemouth, Everton, don't they? I don't think it'll be that crazy this week. I think Everton would have worked on the defending. They probably would have been disappointed conceding 3 goals. Considering they were absolutely rocking them in the first half. And then obviously I've talked about Borough. They will have a go at it is at Borough, but I expect Everton to be a little bit too strong for Everton to be a little bit too strong for Middlesbrough. So I'm going to go for Everton to nick it. I'm going to go Middlesbrough 1, Everton 2. We then have West Ham versus West Bromwich Albion. Again, we spoke about West Ham this season. They've not been the team that I thought they would have been this season. Is that due to moving the stadium? Maybe. Arsenal tried to use that excuse as well for 9 years, so maybe it is a case of moving into a new stadium. Onto the fixtures though. I don't expect West Bromwich Albion to go all guns blazing out. You know, they're away from home. It is a Tony Pulis side, so I'm going to go for a tight draw. I'm going to go West Ham 1, Middlesbrough 1. We then go to Sunderland versus Southampton. Obviously, Sunderland will be rocking with confidence after last week, but sometimes you have to be cautious as well. You know, that's not going to happen every single week. You know, you do have to concentrate on your defending. You know, very important to defend. You are still in a relegation battle, which obviously that did massive help to your relegation battle last week. You know, scoring that many goals and giving you that kind of confidence. But as I say, be careful. Don't get too carried away with it. And the reason I've said that is because I think that Southampton, obviously, they're a lot better in defence than Crystal Palace, and obviously, you know, they'll cause a real threat. But because Sunderland have got some confidence from last week, I'm going to go for a draw for them. I'm going to go Sunderland 1, Southampton 1. We then have 5:30 Liverpool versus Tottenham. Very looking forward to this one, and I've gone for a lively game in this one as well. I've gone 2-2 to tell the truth, but again, Liverpool's out of the title race. For me, 9 points, Tottenham, I just feel that they're a little bit like Arsenal. They'll drift off around March, April. So as far as I'm concerned, I think Chelsea has won the title, and all these teams are just fighting for second and top 4 now, to tell you the truth. So just to sum that up, I'm going to go Liverpool 2, Spurs 2. We then go to Sunday's kickoff, and we have 1:30 Burnley versus Chelsea. I've just said, you know, Chelsea. I think Chelsea's won the title. Burnley is a hard place to go, but obviously Chelsea, they're going to take some stopping at the moment. You know, it's going to take something special, you know, to beat them. So yes, it is a tough place to go, Turf Moor, but the way Chelsea are playing at the moment, can't see a problem. I'm going to go Burnley 0, Chelsea 2. We then have Swansea versus Leicester at 4 o'clock, and again, I actually fancy Swansea to win this one quite comfortably, to be honest. I've not been impressed with Leicester all season. I do tip them to go down actually this season. It's kind of like the form, isn't it? You know, teams who win the Premier League, they go down unless if you're a top club. You know, if you're a one-off team to win the Premier League, you kind of, you know, get relegated, or if you get into the top 4, you kind of get relegated. So yeah, I think they're going to follow that footstep, to tell you the truth. So I'm going to go Swansea 2, Leicester 0. And then to finish off the weekend's fixtures, we have Monday Night Football, Bournemouth versus Manchester City at 8 o'clock. And again, Bournemouth can make things quite difficult for you, but I do fancy Manchester City to win this quite comfortably. I'm going to go Bournemouth 0, Manchester City 2. So that has been my predictions for this weekend, guys, and I hope you have a good week, and I'll see you in 2 weeks. And it's FA Cup next week, so I'll see you in 2 weeks for those predictions. Thank you for watching, guys.